Welcome back to my channel. Okay, we are going to discuss determinants of 3 by 3 matrix. Once you have a 3 by 3 matrix, for you to get its determinant, let's just start immediately with an example. Okay, example, we are asked to find the determinant of A equal to, we have 5, 2, 1. A equal to 5, 2, 1, 3, 4, 2, 1, 7, 6. Okay, this is what we are asked to find, the determinant of this. When you're given something like this, you need to assign these operations to the first number, this first row. You have your plus here, you have my minus here, you have your plus A. I know some of you will be like, what is plus, what is minus, what is plus, what are we using it for? Number one is that this 5 is occupying the first position. You know that this is the first row of this matrix. The horizontal arrangement is the rows. So this is the first row, like this. This is the first row. This is the second row. This is the third row. Now, this is the first column, the second column, and the third column. That is vertical arrangement. Now, if you look at this particular matrix now, you notice that 5 in particular is occupying the first row. So its position is the first row plus is also occupying the first column. First column, first row, first column. So notice that when you add the position, you are going to get an even number. So when you get an even number, use positive for it. Okay, don't worry, you're still going to see where we're going to use that plus, minus, plus. Then for the number 2 now, you notice that it is occupying the first row like this. That is 1 plus the second column is occupying the second column too. Notice that when you add its position, you're going to get 3. So it means that it's going to be negative. You're going to use negative because 3 is odd number. Then for 1, you notice that it is occupying the first row, which is 1 plus the third column, because this is first column, second column, and third column. The third column. So when you add 1 plus 3, you are going to get 4 even. So it's supposed to be plus. You are now going to see how we are going to make use of it using the cofactors. Okay. All right. Now, if you are asked to get the determinant of 3 by 3 matrix, the first thing you need to do is this. We are going to start with plus 5. You see why the sign is important. We are going to start with what? Plus 5. So when we start with plus 5, we are going to write 5. You know that plus 5 is same thing as 5. Then you open your brackets. I believe that by the time you watch this video, you must have watched the determinant of what? A 2 by 2 matrix. If you have not done that, please check my videos for how to determine how to get determinant of a 2 by 2 matrix. So you're going to write 5. Then you are going to cover everything concerning 5 vertically and horizontally. Okay, so vertically we are going to cover here because we are talking of 5. Horizontally we are going to cover like this. You notice that you are going to have 4, 2, 7, 6 that you didn't touch. So we are going to write 4, 2, 7, 6 here. 4, 2, 7, 6. Do you understand? This is for 5. Now for minus 2, don't worry, even if you don't understand, I'm going to do the second example so that you understand it perfectly well. Then this is minus 2. So for this minus 2 now, we are going to cover it vertically and horizontally as well. But before we do that, let's clean the one we did for 5, okay? So that we don't make mistakes. So we still have, this is 5, 3, and 1, and so on. Now for minus 2, we are going to cover it vertically and horizontally. So vertically, we are going to cross like this. That is for minus 2. Then horizontally, we are going to cross like this. Anything concerning minus 2, vertically and horizontally. When you do that, you notice that 3, 2, 1, 6. 3, 2, 1, 6 are what? They are not affected. So you bring them out. That is this. Then this is 2, 4, 7. 2, 4, 7. This is 5, 2, 1. 5, 2, 1. This is minus, plus. Okay, now the next one is what? Plus 1, plus 1. So we write our plus 1, draw our determinant sign. Now, having done that, you are going to cross whatever that is concerning 1 vertically and horizontally, right? So you are going to cross it like this and like this. So notice that you have 3, 4, 1, 7. 3, 4, 1, 7. Now, this is very easy to solve right now. How do you do that? You notice that you now notice that this is what you have. So you go ahead to solve this. Now, having done this, we are now going to solve this. If you have not watched my video on determinants of 2 by 2 matrix, I think this is time you need to pause the video and go back and watch that, okay? Nevertheless, I will still explain it through this place. If you look at this, you are not going to notice that we have 2 by 2 matrix here, 2 by 2 matrix, and 2 by 2 matrix. So we are going to get their determinant right away. So the first one is 5. 5. Now, how do you get determinant of a 2 by 2 matrix? Is a very simple thing. When you have this, you have what is called the leading diagonal. Now, what is the leading diagonal here? This one. 4 and 6, they are the leading diagonal. It comprises this made up the leading diagonal, 4 and 6. So how do you now use it to solve your determinant? You are going to multiply that first. 4 times 6 will give you what? 24 minus 2 times 7 will give you 14. Okay, very easy. The leading diagonal is 4 and 6, so 4 times 6 gives you 24 minus 7 times 4 is 14. Very easy. So we have minus 2 here, minus 2. We are going to do the same. The leading diagonal here is what? 3 and 6. So 3 times 6 will give you what? 18 minus 2 times 1 will give you 2. We are through with minus 2. We go ahead for plus 1. Plus 1, we work on that. This is the leading diagonal, right? So 3 times 7 will give us 21 minus 4 times 1 will give us 4. Okay, so we go ahead to solve this. Remember, we are looking for what? Determinant of A. This is how it is represented. Determinant of A is equal to, we have 5 brackets. 24 minus 14 is going to give us 10. Then minus 2 brackets. 18 minus 2 will give us 16. Plus 1 bracket. 21 minus 4 is going to give us 17. Okay, so we go ahead and solve. Our determinant of 8 then is equal to 5 times 10 will give us 50, minus 2 times 16 will give you 32, plus what? 17. So we go ahead to solve this. 50 minus 32 is going to give us 28. 28 plus 17 is going to give us 35. Stick with me. I'm going to give you a second example so that you are going to understand this very easily. Okay? All right, so this is your answer. Let's solve the second example. So this is the second example. We are asked to find the determinant of A. If A is equal to this, let's get to it. So like I explained in the first example, you add your plus, minus, plus. Okay? Then we start. That means you're going to start with plus 5. So you have your A determinant is okay, so this is plus 5 right now. So we are going to cover it vertically and horizontally. And when we do that, what do we have left? 6, 3, 4, 7. 6, 3, 4, 7. Okay, so we go ahead and do minus 2. Minus 2, we open the bracket as usual. So this is 508. 508. This is okay. Now for minus 2, you draw your line vertically to cover it, horizontally to cover it. Notice that you have 0387 untouched. 0387. All right, then the next one is plus 1. Plus 1. This is very easy, right? You draw your line as well. So what do you have here? 264. 264. Okay, this is negative, this is positive. Now for 1 now, we are going to draw our line vertically and what? Horizontally. When you draw your line vertically and horizontally, you notice that you have 0684 untouched. 0684. Now once you are able to establish this, what do you do next? This is where you now start solving your determinants. So A determinant then is going to be equal to, we have our 5, you open your brackets. Now what is our leading diagonal? 6 and 7, right? 6 and 7. So 6 times 7 is going to give us 42. So we write 42 minus 3 times 4 will give us what? 12. We are through with 5. Okay, so we go over to minus 2. So we have minus 2. We open our bracket as usual. Now the leading diagonal here is 0 and 7. So 0 times 7 is going to give us 0, minus 8 times 3 will give you what? 24. Okay, so we have plus 1, plus 1. You open your bracket. The leading diagonal here is 0 and 4. So 0 times 4 will give us 0, minus 8 times 6 will give you 48. Okay, at this point, we go ahead to get our solution. Now, this is equal to, we have 5 into 42 minus 10 is going to give us 30, yeah. 42 minus 10 will give us 30. Okay, minus 2 into 0 minus 24 will give us minus 24, right? We have minus 24 here. Then plus 1 into 0 minus 48 will give us minus 48 as well. Okay, we go ahead to solve. This is equal to 5 times 30 will give you 150, minus 2 times minus 24. Minus times minus will give us plus. 2 times 24 will give us 48. Plus 1, okay, plus times minus this time around is going to give us minus, okay? So 1 times 48 will give us 48. So we go ahead to solve 150. 48 minus 48 is 0. So it means that our final solution is 150. Thank you so much for watching. Please tune in next time for a new video. Bye.